We are welcome back from the Asr prayers. The next paper we are going to have is coming from Barrister Sanusi Umar Siddiq. Barrister Sanusi Umar Siddiq is currently a postgraduate student at the Diploma of Public Law, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. He obtained his combined the Common Law and Islamic Law combined LLB degree from the famous Barr University, Kano, in 2012. He did his Nigerian law school in Enugu for a year-long vocational training for aspiring legal practitioners. He was called to the Nigerian Bar in 2013 and has been a private legal practitioner since then. His areas of interest are constitutional law, legal history and evolution of Islamic law, the application and implementation of Sharia in Nigeria. He is now a principal partner of Sanusi Umar & Co., a private law firm based in Kano. He is happily married. May I have the honor and privilege to invite Barrister Sanusi Umar Siddiq for his presentation. You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. So my own is a discussion on the topic we had been treating since morning. My Lord, the Chief Judge of Niger State, my Lord, the judges of the State High Courts, and my Lord, the Qadis of Sharia Court of Appeal, my learned friends, and distinguished audience, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. So, the topic, as you all know, is women in judicial leadership. So, my Lord, I would like to seek for your permission to refer to women as judges as women because I don't want to be cited for contempt. Judges are never referred to as she. It is contemptuous. So, but for this purpose, my Lord, I'm very grateful for the permission. Going with the set objectives of this seminar, I would like to start by saying there is no ayah and there is no hadith that prohibits women from being judges. There is also no ijma whatsoever prohibiting women from being judges. And even among the 4 Sunni schools, no school is unanimous on the prohibition of female acting as judges. There are varied and various opinions. Even within Maliki school, Ibn Qasim is of the view that women can be judges. Likewise, in the Hanafi school, Zafar is of the view that women cannot be judges. So there are basically 2 approaches, even among those who permit or prohibit it. The first one is permissibility and validity. The Maliki, Shafi'i, and Hanbali say it is not permissible for anybody to appoint a woman to serve as a judge in a Sharia court. And whenever a woman is so appointed, any judgment she delivers is invalid and cannot be enforced. This is the position of the Jamhur, that is the Maliki, Shafi'i, and Hanbali. And Imam al-Tabari and Ibn Hazm say no, it is permitted for a woman to be appointed as a judge in Sharia courts, and any judgment she delivers is enforceable, valid and enforceable. This is the view of Imam al-Tabari and Ibn Hazm al-Zahiri. But again, in line with the set objectives of this seminar, I have to point it out clearly that these jurists are not women haters. These positions of theirs are not because they hate women, they don't want to see women in public spaces. No, they were responding to the challenges of their time. They were responding to the challenges of their time. So, because later we will come and see this issue of feminism, Muslim feminists. So they are not misogynists, these jurists, rahimahumullah. So, and almost all the available literature we have on this issue are focused on Middle Eastern, South Asian, and North African countries, because these are majority Muslim countries. So, and here we are in Nigeria, and going by this literature, somebody may have a notion that these countries in the Middle East, in the South Asia, or in North Africa have uniform system, legal system. That is not true. There are about 6 categories of countries in relation to the applicability of Islamic law. There are countries like Saudi Arabia, which has a majority of Muslim population, and Islamic law is the applicable law here. Then there are countries that are officially Islamic, but their legal system is secular, like Iraq. It is officially an Islamic country, but their legal system is secular. They are not using Sharia in their court. Then we have countries that with a majority Muslim population, but have a secular legal system. In this category, we have Jordan and Syria. The majority population is Muslim, but their legal system is secular. Then we have secular countries with a majority Muslim population, yet their legal system has nothing whatsoever to do with religion. We have the Republic of Turkey in this category. The majority population in that country is Muslim, but their legal system is secular. Then we have countries with a Muslim majority, and Islam is the basis of most of their laws. They are not officially applying Sharia. Their legal system is not officially Islamic, but the inspiration of most of their laws is Islam. In this category, we have Pakistan and Sudan. Then the last category is where we belong to, Nigeria. In Nigeria, we have a substantial Muslim population, and Islamic law is just a part of the legal system, because in Nigeria, we have tripartite system, legal court system or legal system. We have the English law, which begins from magistrate court up to state high courts, you may say Court of Appeal, and then Supreme Court. Then we have the customary court, we have customary court, lower court, then we have customary courts of appeal, then we have Sharia court, where we have Sharia court, upper Sharia court, or higher Sharia court, and then the Sharia court of appeal. So in Nigeria, I will restrict myself to Nigeria because this is where we are, this is where we belong. In Nigeria, women judges, even now, they are indirectly participating in cases, in determining cases bordering on Sharia. Right now, this is the situation in Nigeria, because Section 277 of the Constitution limits the jurisdiction of the Sharia Court of Appeal of States to matters of Islamic law of personal status, marriage, custody of children, waqf, miras, and the rest. But any other matter like business transaction, appeal from Sharia court goes to state high courts. And even in cases from Sharia Court of Appeal, they also go to the Court of Appeal. And the Court of Appeal has female judges, justices there. And they have Sharia panel that normally entertain cases coming, appeals coming from the Sharia Court of Appeal. So both at the High Court, since there is no objection whatsoever to our women being judges in the state high courts, in the Court of Appeal, and in the Supreme Court, they entertain Sharia court cases. They entertain Sharia cases in the High Court while sitting on appeal, and in the Court of Appeal if there is a woman in the Sharia panel. So I would like us to contextualize the problem. In the Middle East and in North Africa, there are so much crisis, so much tension whenever it comes to the appointment of women. Even though some are not strictly Islamic legal system, but even as common magistrates, women are not allowed to be appointed. There will be protests, there will be criticism, condemnation, and outcry. In Nigeria, we don't have that problem. We have so many female as magistrates, so many female as high court judges, so many female as justice of the Court of Appeal, and then at the Supreme Court. In fact, the first woman to become a justice of the Court of Appeal in Nigeria is a Muslim, Mariam Aloma Mukhtar. And she also is the first ever Chief Justice of Nigeria. She is a Muslim woman. So in Nigeria, all this debate, all these authorities, which we all know we have been discussing here and elsewhere, the hadith of Abu Bakr, we have all these debates, we have been them. But I can say in Nigeria, they remain in the books, because nobody ever raises any eyebrow when it comes to the appointment of female as judges, even though our focus is on Sharia court, but like I demonstrated, they indirectly, female judges indirectly sit on appeal on Sharia cases in the High Court and in the Court of Appeal. That is one. And then we can say somebody like my Lord has said, one of the sisters should try to test the law. Get your application form, submit it to be appointed as Sharia court judge, then we will see what will happen, whether they will check this debate. This to me is the best way to go, because for now we can say in Nigeria, nobody prohibits women from being judges in Sharia court. This is the position, strictly speaking. We have to try it before we say this is the position. But for now, all we will say is women are not interested in being Sharia court judges. And it is good we are having this conversation now before the issue comes out of nowhere. So now we are like being preventive. So Muslims should know that the position is not one, even among Muslim jurists. There are varied opinions, some are permitting it and some are not. And they were responding to their challenges, their time. And their solutions, the solution of their time may be the problem for the present time. So we have to work for our time to address our challenges. This is what we should do. And then there is one thing, because I have seen the set objectives of this seminar. It says to enlighten and to commence the conversation. So what I will say here is, if you want to see any change, there is everything you need in Islam. You don't have to go outside it, because if you go, you can hardly succeed. A Muslim cannot accept you condemning hadith reported in Buhari, condemning Maliki, no, that is a very wrong approach. So since there is this possibility, there are various, some say the differences of opinions is rahma. So this may be a case in point. So feminism, let's forget about it. We have so many, Fatima Menisi, Amina Wadud, Abdullah and Naim. They are doing that. They want to import Western ideologies, thinking that they want to reform Islam. And honestly, that is a wrong way to go. So we have to, our reform, all the changes you want to see are to come from within, and we have the tools. Only if somebody you may not know, but we have the tools. Also, fiqh, maqasid sharia, if you know them, you will know how to deal with the text as you find them in the books. So my time is up. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Barrister